Cool. I am too.
Alright, I will teach you how not to play black.
Oh, not to play the black. Okay, now this, you're probably gonna do better right off the bat than one black player I ran into. The first time I was playing my Flint, actually my second battle, I ran into a black that decided to sit in his own smoke and take a torpedo from the Flint and die.
So he
was
just got balanced.
that was one of my shining moments. Yeah, well, once upon a time, and this is no longer the case to a certain extent, but once upon a time, rank 1 was basically how good are you at spamming smoke screens and sitting in them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of glad they got rid of that part of it. Yay, Fletcher!
One of your overlays is still on top.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
So,
early... Go on.
I was going to ask how you set up your ship for ranked, but if you want to first of all finish your story about the early seasons of ranked, please, by all means, go for it.
Early season of ranked was a lot of smoke, but also was easier because every time you rank up, you would gain an extra star no matter what. So I guess in a sense it was kind of better, but yet not. As for black, you can probably guess how I set it up in a few minutes.
Probably, yes. And looking at flags there, you don't want to detonate. You want to cause more flooding chance with your sea mines. You've got fire, both fire flags, and flood flag 2, commander XP, and consumable reload. Pretty much everything you'd want on the ship.
Yep.
And yep, you got the standard radar. That's the thing about the black that makes her so special. You got the smoke, and you've got the Pan-Asian Destroyer radar.
I don't have the radar module, so I just run it with the standard 20-second long radar.
For shame. Now, why are you just trying to get some practice with gunnery here?
Uh-huh. I like to do that at the beginning of every black match, just for fun.
Interesting.
And also, actually this also serves another purpose. You'll notice they'll get detected in about 20 seconds or so.
Do you have AFT?
Yes.
Oh my god. So you're trying to... Go ahead.
Yeah, and what better way to test my guns than to shoot a Cleveland at 16 kilometers?
So why are you continuing to shoot here? Are you just trying to troll them into coming closer to you?
That's half of it. The other half is advanced scouting. You see, instead of going in and spotting the ships in their detection range, I just shoot outside of it and they shoot me.
See.
And also, the other reason is one of the Indianapolis missions is to farm potential damage. So the more I get shot at, the more potential damage I get.
And here comes the practical reason.
Practical trolling.
Now your radar almost covers A cap. I'm imagining that you're going to pop it as soon as you cover it. But now that he's revealed himself, you're just going to wait for him to smoke at this point. No point in using your radar.
Pretty much.
Oh, hey, look, your division mate just whacked him a bit.
I don't know why that kid threw that smoke over there earlier, but I guess the Cleveland wanted to use it at some point.
Yeah, maybe. Now you gotta watch out for that Cleveland. You get too close to him, he'll radar you, of course.
Yeah, I just wanted to keep the kid in my radar range as long as possible, and since it's 20 seconds, I really can't do much.
Right. Now in this battle, you're against tier 8 carriers. Wow, not that much in the way of 7s at all. No 7s. Huh. So it's a... Oh, there's a tier 10, that's why. Okay. Now, you'll notice his torpedoes are just now getting to the smoke screen. They are called sea mines for a reason. They're incredibly slow.
Mm-hmm. And for some reason, our carrier decides to dive bomb the kid with AP dive bombers of all things.
Yep. You can see that with the new icon. Those are AP bombers. I mean, it's nice that the carrier is trying to support the team, right? But hey, torpedo hit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why
And
did
to
you?
give you more headaches.
Why did you go for Why did you go for widespread here?
I'm not really aiming it in a specific direction. It's like the torps is just gonna take forever to reach anywhere anyway, so I might as well just cover the most amount of space possible.
Got it.
And also, I just kind of want to give you headaches.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but widespread on a black works actually because you know people hit torpedoes. They have no idea to expect it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
The torpedo detection range is so short that if it lands just right, then you can hit the enemy anyways. But if you concentrate it in a specific spot, then the enemy just may move out of that entirely because the sea mines don't really move too fast.
Now, I'm curious. You haven't used your smoke yet. Is there a reason for this?
The enemies are just too far out of range, and I can easily dodge at 10-12 kilometers, so I'm not too worried.
Okay.
Like, if you notice, the Cleveland's been shooting at me for quite some time, and they haven't landed a single hit yet.
Oh, you've got GZMs on your team.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
I was curious. Right now, he's at full health. I was actually wondering what happened to him since, like, 2 minutes later, I looked back at him, and he's, like, on 6k health after dropping, like, 90k. So I went into his stream to take a look what happened. And I was not terribly surprised.
Should I move their cursor over there, or should we stay on you for now?
Stay on me for now. I can
Okay.
tell you when when Montana starts to go towards B, you'll notice what happens.
All right. I think I already kind of know. So why AFT?
This one is not a very serious build. Like, yeah, Black is... I only take it out when I don't want to play too seriously, but still kind of want to do something. So I just find some stationary battleships, shoot it at 13-14 kilometers, hit it from sub-orbit. It's quite fun, actually. The lead times when you get up to that distance is like about 15 seconds at about 30... No. At max range, which is 16 kilometers, it's about 23 seconds.
Okay. So really, only like Bawan battleships that are reversing are, you know, what you're gonna hit, right?
Pretty much. I don't know what that Edinburgh was doing.
Dying.
Okay. You could actually take a look at Montana, because he's going to have some fun right now. All I'm going to do is just gun against Richelieu.
So he's charging into VCAP. Here come the torp bombers. There's a Missouri, and that's kind of down south somewhere. Oh
He
no,
actually doesn't shoot down as many planes as I thought.
he's about to get torped by the rune, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
There they are.
He used his DCP earlier, which I was surprised by, because he should have known that rune was going to charge him and launch torpedoes.
Well, and also turning out like that, going wide, meant that he took all the torps instead of maybe 2.
I don't think he had much of a choice, because even if one hit on the bow, it would have been almost guaranteed flooding.
Oh sure, absolutely.
I don't think he actually noticed Rune was running up to him until it was too late.
Mm-hmm.
So then he just floods out and dies.
Oh well. There goes your only tier 10.
It's okay. I still have my 2 division mates who know how to play, who are pretty good players. So,
Right. Now, at this point, are you thinking it's time to stop screwing around and actually play, or?
pretty much. It's like B is the teams are still pretty even, so I might as well just go to B.
Mm-hmm. Now the interesting thing too is by shooting them, even though you've got AFT and all that, and you're probably not going to hit the Amagi, you're probably going to get him to return salvo. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just making him waste his shots on you instead of people that actually, he could kill.
Pretty much. And also far more potential damage.
Yep, you're at 1 million right now. What was the mission for? I can't remember.
10 million total.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, since the kid dies, I'm no longer being spotted, which is unfortunate. I think it's more kind of my playstyle, but I tend not to use my smoke until I actually get in very close.
Okay. Now you could have offered it therefore to one of the Clevelands here.
Was thinking about it, but he's not going to be in effective range, and he's more likely going to die anyways.
True.
So, since Missouri is trying to take the cap, I need to try and reset him. From, of course, a safe standoff distance of 13 kilometers.
There's your smoke. So you've basically decided you wanted to stay put and just gun down these guys. And you're looking at the minimap, the Otago's coming your way. Obviously, he's a big threat to you.
Well, quote-unquote gun down. I'm just here to annoy Missouri. Like, the suborbital rounds are great, but if they're behind islands, it is a bit hard to hit them.
Gotcha. So that's why you went to the Otago for a little bit.
Yeah, but then Red had him, so I was like, okay, just let him get the kill, and I'll just continue to try and reset the cap.
Now, in that torpedo salvo coming up here, maybe it would have been better to do narrow because you've got 2 channels. You could have shot them down instead of centering over the island.
I could have. I think I just wanted to get him off quicker so I can just go back to shooting.
Well, now this is the ideal situation, right? You've got 4 battleships. That's it.
Oddly enough, I didn't really have any problems with the enemy carrier that entire match. Like, I thought I would at least get plane spotted once, but that never happened. So around this time, our Lexington, I think that's his last wave that's coming out from him.
Okay. And he's gonna bomb the Missouri. And I think I probably would have gone for the Kerr first. Especially if he's got AP bombs.
I think the better option for me would have actually been to go directly into B, since I'm not really actually going to do anything against Curve first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at this point, turning north, you're putting yourself farther away from the battle. So, that's a good point.
I do realize it a little bit later, but that's just kind of a decisional mistake. At this point, I start to play a little bit more seriously because we're well, I already is kind of playing seriously because we're even.
Right.
I get lucky with a fire on the curve first. I think Alsace was having a bit of problems trying to do anything to curve first, so I pitched in. And I also kind of wanted to kill.
Well, I mean, you get them off the flank, and then it's just the two battleships that are in the same spots. So, makes it a little easier to focus. Although you are kind of... you're going away from the cap again.
Yeah, definitely should be going towards the cap at this point. I wanted Tashkent to help me out just because he actually has more firepower than I do. So if I give him smoke, then he should be able to do some good damage.
Right.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Smoke generator started.
I try to shoot at him to try and get his attention to use the smoke. Unfortunately, I miss him. And he just turns away anyways.
Yep.
Smoke screen set.
Oh well. And you're just about in radar range anyway.
Like, he was actually supposed... I actually tried to get out of the smoke because I thought he was going to radar me, but he just never did. And of course, I will continue to use widespread torpedoes because I just kind of want to still kind of troll around for a bit.
Because you want to cause headaches.
Yes. I mean, I already had to play seriously during King of the Seas yesterday, so why not? I mean, I've already got like several players to rage at me for quote unquote not knowing how to play destroyers. One time I did have a Kajero try to, like, he was pissed off that I was shooting enemies at 16.3 kilometers, and then about 2 minutes later he got torqued from his own smoke.
Enemy battleship.
So that was interesting.
Those are always fun, right? When you see people that start mouthing off and then they make the cardinal sin mistakes and you're just like, alright.
Well, just don't mind me, I guess.
Yep. Since we have some time, let's go ahead and admire the beautiful ship. Because we know what you're doing now.
Yep. I probably could have gotten a little bit closer, but I didn't want to risk him turning his guns
In action
and
shooting.
putting like a 10k salvage to my front, because at 8 kilometers it's a bit harder to dodge than 12, 14.
Sure.
Well, unfortunately I didn't rank out 7 times, so I don't get a special camo.
Yeah, this last season was my 5th, so I just got the black. So, yay.
Alright, make sure you put AFT and only use widespread torps.
I'll get right on that. Oh no.
So, I wanted to know what Tashkent was doing this entire time. Lexington apparently was running out of planes, so I can understand that. I have no idea what the Tashkent was doing this entire time.
Yep, and you got 1 minute left and you are losing. Now, you didn't go for torps here.
Nope, they take forever to reach their target, and I figured I might as well just gun them down instead.
Hmm.
I have fire chance. Yeah, I believe I put demolition expert on this one, so I have a much better chance of lighting fires.
Hey,
I
Wither.
think I'm not going to use DCP, so just lighting him on fire and hoping and telling him to stop shooting me in smoke would have been good.
Yeah, you only got 40 seconds left, so if he pops a heal, that's it. AP into the side time, now you're getting serious.
Enemy battleship found.
Cool, well, thanks for a totally unique way of playing a destroyer. I mean, you played that thing like it was a Kava.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you ever need to experience the joys of dodging shells in ranked without playing ranked, then take a block. Do what I do.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, thanks for the replay. Thanks for hopping in here. Appreciate it.